होइन यिनीहरू जान्छ यिनीहरू पनि अगाडि बस्छ प्लिज
In all way.
Yeah, you were saying that you sure have to. Yeah, she left some.
Where's the swami? Is she have the swami out there? Yeah. Just leave it in the back.
Sorry, no, I
Where did you like
Oh yeah, did you see backstage?
Baba गिरिधारी गोविंदा वनमाली राधा रमणा गिरिधारी गोविंदा नीलमेघ सुंदरा रमणीय गोविंदा नीलमेघ सुंदरा
Om Shri Sai Ram. Thank you all for attending our final presentation from our SSC Children and Gurus today. And thank you and welcome to all the fathers for coming on Father's Day. We don't usually have this opportunity to present multiple large plays in a year, but we have that opportunity this year, and the children have been working very hard on it, and we look forward to seeing their hard work on stage. Before we have the play, we do have a special speaker today, just for a short 10-minute talk. A recent graduate, I'm looking for her, Shivali here? She comes in a dramatic fashion. Okay, it's always good to make a good entrance. And so we were going to hear from Shivali. She graduated last year, and she had a wonderful year and different experiences that she wanted to share with us, and especially relating to the children, how they can maintain their connection with Baba, and throughout their lives, even after they graduate. We'll help her with the podium. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I think I'm just going to help her with. I don't think that mic's attached. So can we turn it back? Is that okay? Let's go. I've been okay. Yeah. It's okay.
My name is Srivali, and today I'm here to speak to you about Seva. For many years, I learned the importance of Seva, heard many definitions of what Seva is, and heard many reasons of why we should do Seva. I've heard it be described as a humanitarian act, or a deposit to your personal bank account that brings you more good karma back. But I don't think I've ever questioned what is Seva to me, not until a few months ago, until Swami placed an opportunity in my hands that changed everything. Earlier this year, just a few days after New Year, I got on a flight and I went to India to travel and spend quality time with my family. And about 2 months into my trip, my grandma told me there's a group of YAs from the Sai Center she attends, going to Prashanti for Seva in April. And she asked me if I wanted to join them. After I heard that, it took me a good 5 minutes to figure out whether I was dreaming or not, because I never would have imagined getting such an opportunity. So I immediately agreed, because I remember being 5 years old, going to Prashanti and seeing these people called Sevadal wearing these special scarves to serve Swami. I didn't know what it meant to serve Swami then, but I knew I wanted to wear that scarf too. And now she was telling me that I might have an opportunity to do that. How is this reality? I told her there's no way I'm missing this opportunity. So for the next month, I spent it in excitement and fear. Excitement to go to Prashanti and see Swami, and fear because I didn't know if I could do it. And from what I heard from my mom and my grandma, it was going to be really difficult, and I don't think I've ever done anything that difficult in my life. And soon the day came, but while I was on the train, I realized I was convinced that Seva and Prashanti meant I would get my duty in Kulanthal. But I wouldn't know where in Prashanti I'm doing Seva until I got there. That realization instantly turned into desperation. And I started praying to Swami. And for me, prayer means talking to Swami. So I instantly started annoying him. And I started saying, Swami, I need this opportunity, Swami. You can't put this in front of me and take it away. I need to get Seva in Kulanthal. I'll do it if I get it anywhere else too. But I need to do this and you need to give it to me. And that desperation turned into demand, and I started demanding that the creator of the universe gave me what I wanted. And Swami had every opportunity to put me in my place and turn away. But I would soon learn that Swami is an embodiment of love, and he would never do that to me. I kept praying, I barely slept, and the next day we arrived in Prashanti. We got to our room, we heard the morning bhajans, we got ready, and very nervously went to registration. By the time we were there, all the other youth were gone. So we were the only ones, me and two of my cousins, were the only young people there. So when the in charge got up and asked us, who knows how to operate computers? I did not put my hand up because I knew if I told her I can operate computers, we would get stuck in the cloakroom, and that is not what I wanted to do. So I was looking everywhere but her face, but she was only looking at us, and she called on us, and we had no option but to go. But the whole time I was walking up, I was like, no, Swami, this is not what I wanted. You can't do this to me. And they selected us for cloakroom. So we went back, and we still had hope, because once we were selected for our duties, we would go to Kulanthal, and the permanent Sevadal would choose the final jobs. So I was still praying and thinking that if I got duty anywhere else, I would be crushed. Coming this close and not being able to do Seva in Kulanthal would be something I don't think I could bear. So we got to the Kulanthal, and we were sitting with everyone else anxiously. The permanent Sevadal came, they looked at us, and they asked the cloak people to stand up. While we were about to stand up, she looked at us and told us to sit back down and called 3 other girls to go to the cloakroom. At that moment, we were still really confused and we didn't know what was happening. So I didn't want to hope and get my dreams crushed. We were put into another group, and they took us, and we were told that our group would be at the VIP gate. The VIP gate has full view of Swami Samadhi, and we would constantly be looking at him for 10 days. Even though he had a chance to show me who's boss, he chose to show me all the love in the world. We started Seva from the next day. And our schedule was not an easy schedule. It would start at 3 a.m. in the morning, and from 3 to 4, we had cleaning. Cleaning in Kulanthal is not like cleaning in our center. It is massive, and there was 3 jobs: sweeping, mopping, and carrying the buckets for mopping. I thought they'd look at me and my cousin and think they can't carry buckets. But I was very wrong, and they made us carry the buckets, and by the end of that 1 hour, I was completely exhausted. And after 2 hours, we had to be back at 7 and wait at the gate and check each person that came in, welcome them, and make sure we didn't miss anything. We had to check for phones, Bluetooth devices, anything harmful, and the specific list that we were given. We would start that, and then once we were over, we would go and eat lunch, then we would come back for cleaning at 3, then we would do security check again, and we'd be home by 9 to sleep and wake up again at 2. The schedule completely exhausted me by the second day. And I sat in front of Swami's picture and asked Swami, what did I get myself into? I know I really wanted this, and I wanted to serve you, but physically, I don't think I can keep doing this for 10 days. I need you to give me the strength, and I need you to do this through me, because I can't do this. And there's no logical explanation that I can tell you for what happened next. Because I found myself carrying the same buckets, doing the same seva, but it was much easier. And slowly, I started loving what I was doing. I started to love sweeping, mopping, and carrying buckets because the only thing that was going in my mind was Swami and his smile. Seeing his face on my mind made even this physical labor into the activity that I enjoyed most. Then came Aradhana. I remember 15 years ago being in Prashanti when Swami left his physical form, seeing Prashanti, usually called the land of peace, filled with crying devotees. And now 15 years later, I'm here again, and I looked up the meaning of 15 because I'm that kind of person, and it means many things, but what stood out to me is 15 signifies the energy of love. I asked Swami innocently as a kid for a scarf that I did not even know the meaning to, and he still answered my prayer when the time was right. Aradhana was the most beautiful day, yet the most stressful day, because it meant that we would not sit down for even a minute. There was constantly devotees coming in, and we would have to constantly stand and check them. The hardest part was listening to the incredible programs in the background and still focus on our seva and not get distracted. With Swami's grace, we got through it without any problems. And just like that, when I loved what I was doing the most, the last day of seva came. We finished our morning seva, and it was time for our last darshan. Special darshan for all the seva though. And all I could do was sit there and cry. Because I felt like Swami was taking me away from him again. I felt like this is what my life is for, to serve him. What am I gonna leave and do? I can maybe carry the weight of the world, but when I come to see you, Swami, I can't hold my emotions anymore. And I was crying, and I had my darshan, and with my tears falling on his samadhi, I had his darshan for the last time, and I left. The following days were not easy. I constantly missed Prashanti, and I started reflecting. Why did I enjoy this seva so much? I've done seva before, but why does my heart break while leaving this seva? It's not because of what I was doing. It's because I started loving Swami more. I fell in love with Swami even more, and that turned seva from a task into an act of love. And in that moment, I had my answer. Seva might start as a way to score good karma, but when you really feel it in your heart, you realize that seva is nothing but an act of love. And love exists everywhere, not just in one specific place, not just in one specific country. And in love, nothing feels like a burden or a task. There's just joy. And I fell in love with the feeling of loving Swami, because that's not a feeling that anything else in the world can give you. And when you feel that, you won't even want anything else in the world. And that is when you'll understand what seva is truly about. And all of this was my experience to bring me to realize this. It's because this is what I needed, and that might look different for everyone. But once you feel the joy of loving him, nothing can take it away from you. I used to wonder why people have tears in their eyes while looking at Swami. What is this force that moves people so deeply? And Swami showed me that force too. That love that eventually everyone falls for. And after that day, wherever I did seva, I felt that joy. That place became my Prashanti. And that is how I found Prashanti in my heart. Sairam.
Thank you so much, Shivali. That's such an amazing story of how you continued with your passion for Swami and service, even after you've left here. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your experience. Now, I should have started by introducing myself. My name is Samiran Lakshman, and I am the SSE coordinator to some degree. I don't do this without incredible help from all the gurus, and we're going to turn to our play now, and we're just going to need a couple minutes to set up. So have a little patience with us as the children go backstage to where they should be. Thank you. And we'll get the lights set up and we'll get everything set up.
Purple. Purple. Name. Messages.
If I can Okay, so the play has some funny moments, and the play is written so that the children can relate to it. And we hope you all understand that there might be some sarcasm and we're trying to provide a humorous yet meaningful way of telling the story of these different stories in different cultures throughout the world. Okay, so we're just going to get set up here. I know that we have 2 projectors now, so we just want to make sure we're projecting on the right one and getting our lights set up. I see our light director running away. Okay, so I will just also go backstage now and stay tuned.
That mic is still on. You don't want the mic on now? Except we want your shorts.
During the Trita Yuga, there lived a great rishi called Maharishi Bharadwaja. He loved Vedic learning and devoted 100 years of his life to it. Even so, he could not complete his studies. Realizing that there could be no end to his studies, he set about doing tapas, or spiritual sacrifices, in the name of Devendra, the lord of the Devatas. Devendra finally appeared before Maharishi and told him,
"You will never be able to attain full understanding of the Vedas. Give up this fruitless pursuit. Perform the Savitra Yaga, which will bestow you the spiritual fulfillment you hope to attain through Vedic studies."
Thank you, Lord Devendra. You are right. I must complete the yajna, but who should I invite to witness the events?
How about Brahma, the creator? He knows the Vedas well as he revealed them, and not to mention the extra heads to help chant along.
I think I would prefer someone with a calmer and sweeter divinity, someone gentle.
You could invite Krishna of Dwaraka, perhaps. No one is sweeter than that cowherd boy who makes all those around him pause and bathe in his sweetness. And who knows, he might bring some butter and curd along with him for all to enjoy.
No, that won't work either. Studying the Vedas has made me lactose intolerant.
Then who would you like to invite? Make a decision soon, Maharishi. You've been studying the Vedas for over 100 years. You're not getting any younger soon.
I know who. The Divine Mother. I'll go to Kailash myself to invite the goddess Shakti to bear witness my yagna. May Divine Mother bless me.
And so it was said that Maharishi would go to Kailash to personally invite Goddess Shakti to attend his Savitra Yaga, a yagna completed to the sun during the day. He prepared for the journey and headed off.
And so Maharishi arrived at Kailash, where he found Shiva and Parvati deep in dance. Just like waiting for a parent's attention when they are busy, Maharishi sat to the sidelines while time passed.
चूड शिव शंकर पार्वती रमण निगे चंद्रचूड शिव शंकर पार्वती रमण निगे सुंदर कर विराग धर सुंदर कर विराग शिव शंकर पार्वती रमणानि
Eventually, 7 days continued to pass as Maharishi sat there witnessing the divine pair deep in concentrated dance, where he could not even get the slightest attention from Goddess Shakti. However, on the 8th day, Goddess Shakti finally gave Maharishi a soft glance, making eye contact directly before quickly turning away and resuming her dance. The sage thought that this sight was a deliberate insult and immediately left Kailash and headed home. While walking down from the mountain, the sage's left leg and hand went out of control as if he was dead. He had suffered a stroke of paralysis and lay on the floor. However, quickly, Lord Shiva came to his rescue. As Shiva sprinkled water from his pitcher onto the sage, he apologized and comforted Maharishi.
Don't worry, my dear Rishi. Devi Shakti has truly blessed you, as well as your yagna. We will both attend together and be sure to bless you. Additionally, both of us will incarnate in human form in your lineage no less than 3 times. In the first incarnation, I will come as Sai Baba of Shirdi. In the second, both of us together will incarnate in Puttaparthi as Satya Sai Baba. Finally, Devi Shakti will incarnate in human form as Prema Sai.
Oh, thank you, Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya.
Finally, when you came to Kailash, Devi Shakti ignored you for 8 days. To make up for this insult, when both of us take human form in your dynasty, Devi Shakti too will suffer in the same way as you had suffered in Kailasha.
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you for your blessings and boons, Lord Shiva. And I am so blessed to have both your masculine power and feminine love present on earth. I do not even know how boundless the Divine Mother is, and I wish to know more on this.
Well, perhaps if you listen closely, Devi Shakti will tell you. Right now as we speak, I believe she is speaking about that with our youngest son. Seek out her and Lambodara, and perhaps if you bring some sweets, they might tell you the answers to your questions.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Ganesha! Ganesha! Where are you? Look, I've made you modak and laddus. Ganesha? There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
I'm sorry, Ma. I was just thinking about something.
No worries, my son. Here, have a laddu. Now tell me, what's on your mind?
Well, I've been thinking about how you are Adi Shakti, hashtag divine feminine.
Girls, girls, run the world. Girls, run the world. Girls.
But people forgot that because they are blinded by their greed and desires. On one side, you are worshipped as the fiercest warrior, but on the other side, they see women as the weaker being.
My son, I see what you're trying to say, and you are not wrong. However, throughout time, people have been reminded of the true power of the Divine Feminine, not just through my forms as Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati, but many more in the world. As the transformation into the Golden Age continues, the age of Shakti will prevail through and through. Let me show you. First, I would like to show you a being of sacred vision and hope. Her name is Satanwi, or White Buffalo Calf Woman. She is the prophetess of the Lakota spirituality, where the buffalo is considered sacred and are seen as messengers of the ancestors.
Two hunters wandered under the scorching sun hunting for buffalo.
Do you see any buffalo anywhere? It has been a long day, and I'm getting hungry now.
No, I don't see any buffalo. Wait, what's that?
It looks like a calf. Let's go.
The two hunters run towards the calf. They stop in front of the calf, which then transforms into a beautiful woman surrounded by radiant white light.
Wow, it just transformed into a woman. You are beautiful, and I'm going to take you with me.
As the first hunter starts to walk towards the woman with ill thoughts, a black cloud overcomes him, and he becomes bones and disintegrates.
Ah! Rise and come forth. I can see that your heart and your intentions are good. Go back to your village and prepare for my arrival.
Yes, of course, O Holy One. We will await your arrival.
The second hunter returns to his village and tells his village people of the white buffalo calf woman. The village prepares for her arrival. The white buffalo calf woman appears at the village carrying a sacred bundle, including the prayer pipe and a fan of sage leaves. She changes color from white to black to red, then to yellow, which represents the four races originating from the four directions of the earth. They portray concepts such as the four seasons and the sacred path of the sun and human beings. The red represents the indigenous people bestowed as stewards of the land.
Dear ones, I'm here to teach you all the 7 sacred teachings. These teachings will allow you to achieve spiritual balance. The 7 sacred teachings of humility, bravery, honesty, wisdom, truth, respect, and love.
White Buffalo Calf Woman stayed with the villagers for 4 days. Along with the 7 sacred teachings, they were taught the sacred ceremonial prayers, the sweat lodge ritual for total purification, the naming ceremony for child naming, the healing ceremony to restore health to the body, mind, and spirit, the adoption ceremony for the making of relatives, the marriage ceremony for the uniting of partners, the vision quest for communing with the Creator in search of wisdom, and the Sundance ceremony to pray for the well-being of all.
It is my time to leave now, but I promise to return to restore the harmony and spiritual balance in the world.
That was awesome! That first hunter dropped like a hot potato. White Buffalo Calf Woman is truly a beacon of hope. She reminds us that each situation must be approached with love and humility.
Absolutely. She teaches that when one's hearts are in alignment with their path, love will flow, and that is the sacred way of life. One does not need to manipulate and struggle. Love is the source, love is the path, and love is the goal.
Too bad Big Brother Kartikeya wasn't here to see this. His loss.
Come, there are many more divine feminine beings that show the power of perseverance, determination, and chastity.
A long time ago, there was a princess named Savitri. Her father asked her to find herself a husband. She soon finds Satyavan, an exiled prince working in the forest and serving his blind parents. She decides to marry him, even though she was told by sage Narada that he was going to die in a year. Savitri performed intense penance, fasting, and a strict 3-night vow. One day, Savitri and Satyavan were out for a walk.
We need to stop our journey. My head is hurting. I think I need to lie down.
Of course, my lord.
As Satyavan was resting, Lord Yama comes and throws his noose around Satyavan's neck and starts to take him away.
Got him.
Savitri, full of grief, prays to Lord Yama. She stands in his way, not allowing him to take her husband away.
Give my husband back to me, because I can't live without him.
I cannot do that. It's against the rules of nature.
You either give back my husband's life or take mine too. I can't live without my husband. We are one.
I cannot do that, Mother. Your time has not come.
Lord Yama notices Savitri following them.
Is she seriously gonna follow me to Yamloka? This will so not fly with Chitragut. But gotta admit, that's the kind of commitment you don't see often. Mother, I'm pleased by your devotion to your husband. Ask for any boon other than his life.
If I cannot ask for my husband's life, then I ask that my father-in-law's eyesight be restored.
So be it. Here's a $45 gift certificate to Spec Suitors. Since you didn't ask for yourself, ask for another boon other than his life.
I ask that my father-in-law gets his kingdom back.
Granted. Ask for another boon, but not his life.
I ask that my father have 100 sons.
Okay, it's done deal. Since I'm in a giving mood, ask for another boon other than his life.
I ask that I have 100 sons with my husband Satyavan.
Done. Now bye.
Lord Yama turns to leave.
Lord Yama, may I have my husband back now?
How many times have I told you, silly woman? Use your head and think. I'm the great god of death.
It's my job to destroy you, and I've come to take his life.
Then your boon will be fruitless. How will I have 100 sons with my husband, Satyavan, if you take him away from me?
Oops, I guess you're right. Well, you may have him back. I'm pleased. I grant you more boons.
Impressed by Savitri's intelligence and chastity, Lord Yama revives Satyavan and returns him to Savitri. Savitri and Satyavan return to their kingdom and live happily ever after.
Mother, Lord Yama got schooled. Through the power of chastity, Savitri fought with Lord Yama, the god of death, and brought her dead husband back to life.
Chastity endows women with immense power. She takes on the role that is necessary for the greater good. Though she is nurturing and compassionate, she also stands up against evil.
Just how you beat up demons as Mother Kali?
Mm-hmm. I preside everywhere and take on the form required for that time. I am the very faith that resides in the hearts, as I am the beacon of light that clears darkness.
Oh dear Mother, can you please tell me about your warrior roles?
My dear son, there are so many. When it comes to being warriors, it is not all about being ruthless and defeating the enemy. When someone follows their heart's calling, that is when they're connected directly to me. Let us take a look at someone who is the very being of strong faith, a warrior of light.
Joan of Arc was born in Domremy, France in 1412. She played a major role in the 100-Year War between France and England. At the age of 13, she had a vision of Archangel Michael accompanied by other angels.
Am I asleep? Am I truly seeing you all with these bodily eyes?
Yes, you are, O dear one. We have come to deliver a divine message. It is time you take on your mission to fight for your nation. It is your purpose to fight and drive out the English from France.
After delivering the divine message to Joan, the angels disappeared. Joan wept after this vision. For this divine mission, Joan took a vow of chastity and joined the army dressed in men's armor. Her conviction of the following God's orders shifted the war in France's favor. Later in 1430, she was captured and her trial took place.
Are you in a state of grace?
If I am not, may God put me there. And if I am, may God so keep me.
On whose orders did you fight?
On God's orders given to me through Archangel Michael and other angels. They armored me with conviction and inspired the course of my actions.
How are you so sure?
All there is to know is, act and God will act. I follow divine orders.
Were you not afraid to fight at such a young age?
I have firm faith in myself. I am not afraid. I was born to do this.
Though Joan was sentenced to death in 1431 at the age of 19, she was later declared innocent and canonized as Saint Joan of Arc. She is associated with the fleur-de-lis, known as the flower of light. She represents the power present in every being when they are aligned with their calling.
That's so cool, Ma. Joan of Arc is so fire.
Well, that's actually how she died. She was burned at the stake.
She is an inspiration not only to women, but every single person. Wow.
To follow one's heart is the definition of tuning into the divine feminine within.
Mother, but what about tolerance or sahana? Doesn't it make women bear with others' negative habits or qualities? Why should women provide space for that?
This entire creation is a place of learning and growing. Women have this virtue to nurture the growth of others. It is through their compassion and mercy that other beings can evolve into higher states of themselves.
So women have taken up the role to assist other beings to learn and grow? That's really cool.
Yes, my sweetest one. Here, let us look at someone known to be the goddess of compassion and mercy.
There was a Chinese princess during the Tang Dynasty known to be the incarnation of goddess Kuan Yin. She was a daughter of a king who wanted her to marry a wealthy man to secure more power for himself.
Miao Shan, I want you to choose a wealthy man to marry. This will bring great honor to our family and dynasty.
I am sorry, Father, but I cannot do that. I want to spread love and happiness to the people.
Miao Shan, that is ridiculous. If you do not marry, then you are banished and will be sent to the monastery on the island.
As you wish, Father.
Princess Miao Shan was sent off to the secluded barren island where the monastery was located. After arriving at the monastery, Miao Shan soon transformed the barren island into a prosperous place. The king was angry hearing the news and ordered that the monastery be burned to the ground. When Miao Shan saw the monastery being burned, she pricked her tongue with a hairpin and summoned a storm to put out the fire. Upon hearing this, the king became angrier and ordered Miao Shan to be executed.
How can this be? No weapon is able to get close to her. They break before even touching her. Ah, tiger!
The white tiger takes Miao Shan to meet Yama, the ruler of hell. There, through her empathy, she released the souls that were suffering.
You are turning hell into heaven, and I absolutely cannot have that. Here is the peach of longevity. Take it and leave.
Miao Shan left hell and went to the island of Puto Shan to meditate. There, she heard that the king was on the verge of death. The king needed a person's eyes and arms without anger to live. Upon hearing this, Miao Shan gave the king her own eyes and arms. As a result of this, the king lived and found out that his daughter, Miao Shan, was the one who gave up her eyes and arms. The king was shocked as she still acted selflessly in the face of all that he had done to harm her. The king fell to his knees, realizing his daughter's merciful act, and that was when Miao Shan transformed into her true form of the thousand-armed goddess Kuan Yin.
Miao Shan showed that being forgiving and merciful is a great act of love and tolerance. This very act brought her father to his knees and allowed him to witness the divine form of Kuan Yin.
Wow! Did you see that king's face when she took the divine form of Kuan Yin? Hashtag goddess mode! Miao Shan also showed forbearance. Slay queen! Slay!
Women are the epitome of forbearance.
Mother, many people see forbearance as a sign of weakness. That is why people see women as the weaker being.
Forbearance is not a sign of weakness or cowardice. No other weapon has the power of forbearance. Among the qualities that make up a flawless character, love, patience, forbearance, steadfastness, and chastity are the highest. However, forbearance is the grandest and noblest among virtues.
This one virtue holds such power. Women have so many revered qualities stemming from the underlying current of love.
Yes, and alongside love, devotion plays an important part.
Love is my fall, hope is my bed, this is my bed.
Muruga, come here right now.
What is it, Father?
Ganesha told me that you have been a bit of a naughty brother recently and have been hiding his things and being mean to him.
Whatever. That big-bellied Lambodara Ladu eater is just whining, Father. You know that he's just weaker than me. He's the remover of obstacles, whatever that means. I'm the god of warrior strength. Of course, he's just jealous and just fussing, Father. You know that.
Muruga, that is not right. Come here right now.
Yes, Father.
You are supposed to be both the god of warrior strength and that of spiritual wisdom. You need to behave and listen better. You need to know what it means to be a good brother, not only to your own brother, but to all of mankind. Come, since I know you won't listen to me, you'll just have to see for yourself.
Father, wherever you brought me, this feels very different.
Well, first we have come to Crete to see what happens when a son doesn't listen to his father.
Quick, Icarus, now is our chance to escape this prison. These wings should be enough to get us safely to the ground, and we can start a new life.
These wings are beautiful, Father. Why, with your new creation, we can ascend higher than Helios and reach up into the air.
No, I'm telling you clearly. Listen to your father's warnings. We must use these wings to glide down to safety. Do not fly higher or the wax will melt. I'll go first. Just do as I do.
Daedalus, a Greek inventor, was imprisoned by King Minos of Crete because he helped Theseus escape the labyrinth and created the Minotaur.
Wait, so they're escaping from the prison with wings? That's very smart. They're going hashtag Garuda mode.
Garuda Vahana Narayana.
Put those away and focus on what happens.
Daedalus jumped out of the window and flew to safety, gliding down to where he could escape. However, Icarus, the stubborn son, did not heed to his father's warnings. He jumped out of the window and began to fly higher and higher towards the sun. He wanted to touch it and reach it, but alas, as he climbed higher, the wax that held the wings together began to melt.
Icarus, no!
Father!
Father, why would you show me such suffering? That was awful to see.
Because you don't listen. I tell you time and time again, be kind, be good to your brother, and listen to your parents, but you just don't get it.
I understand now, Father. If I do not learn from those before me, then I open myself up to unnecessary suffering.
Exactly. Now I want you to really think about why you need to become a better brother, son, and man. Brotherhood is an important part of being a man, but it doesn't just mean physically overpowering those around you into submission. Here, now let's take a look at a healthy brotherly dynamic.
I will best you yet, Balarama. No chance. I'm older and stronger than you. Just you wait.
cool, wrestling. I want to join.
That is not the purpose of the story. Think more critically about their dynamic. Balarama is a strong protector and the elder brother, like you. Meanwhile, Krishna, who is the younger brother, is more wise, complex, and the embodiment of Vishnu himself. Both raised by Yashoda and Nanda, the boys have very different destinies.
I have you now. Seems like you've been eating too much butter, boy.
And his name is John C.
They both play very different roles. For example, during the Mahabharata, Krishna serves Arjuna's charioteer and consoles him as he heads into battle against his own family. Meanwhile, Balarama, the teacher of both Duryodhana and Bhima, chose to remain neutral during the Kurukshetra war, returning only for the final duel. These roles continue on throughout their lives, as Krishna eventually becomes the king and leader of Dwaraka, while Balarama, the elder brother, attains no kingdom and becomes immortalized as a farming deity in some communities.
I forgot that Krishna even had a brother. That's kinda sad.
Nothing is sad. That is simply your ego-based judgment, wishing for a title. Both brothers lived out their dharma. Both brothers cared for each other selflessly, and both brothers completed their divine tasks. So too must you, as that is your role.
But what about you, father? What does it mean to be a father?
That is a totally different tangent, but we have time. Let's see. Long ago, God tested Abraham, a man known for his deep trust in God. God said,
"Take your son Isaac, the child you waited for and love, and offer him as a sacrifice on the mountain I will show you."
Though confused and heartbroken, Abraham obeyed and set out the next morning with Isaac.
Wait, so he's gonna kill his son?
Just wait and see.
After days of travel, they reached the mountain, and Abraham built an altar. Following the custom of the time, he bound Isaac and placed him on the wood. Abraham raised the knife, believing God's command must be trusted.
Abraham, stop. Do not harm the boy. This was a test.
Abraham had proven that his faith in God came before everything else. Nearby, a ram was caught in a thicket. Abraham sacrificed the ram instead of his son. He named the place "The Lord Will Provide." This story teaches that God does not desire human sacrifice, but trust, and that provision comes at the crucial moment.
To be a father means to trust the Lord with all faith and know that all is at his feet. With every action dedicated to God, even I sometimes question, am I the father or am I simply just a vessel? You are my son, but are you truly mine?
So being a father and brother both mean placing trust in those around you and doing what is right.
Yes, exactly, my son. This is where Dharma comes in. As what is right, what is dharmic, what is the right action must always prevail. We must discriminate between good and evil and destroy the bad. This is what it means to be a virtuous man.
Thank you, Father. Now I understand better. To be a man is to live with values and in dharma, to do what is right and to trust in God. To be a good brother, son, father, and man is to live with God by your side.
With that, both Muruga and Ganesh have learned about the messages of the divine man and divine woman. However, the story is not solved as Maharishi's boon must still be served by the divine Shiva Shakti.
Boys, come quickly. Swami has fallen, and there seems to be something wrong. He's terribly weak.
What is it, Professor Kasturi?
Is Bhagavan alright? Let's go quickly.
I am not sure. He only is our Lord, and only He knows the divine play. Come quickly. Swami, are you all right?
Swami, tell us something.
The devotees were not sure what was happening, but they waited by Swami as he laid down, and they tried to give him water through a handkerchief. They waited patiently, wondering what was wrong with Swami. Doctors were summoned to check his health.
Because I look at it, doesn't look like it's going to turn out this way. No, everything's just right, everything. And you should know everything.
And sages were consulted to see if something was spiritually upset. But no one could understand the nature of Swami's condition. However, they waited as days passed by, day by day, until 8 days had gone by.
Swami, are you all right? What has happened?
Swami, you're okay.
Bungaroos, please do not worry. Swami is all right. Just as you have karma to beget and accumulate it, I too have to fulfill a promise from a past life every once in a while.
Swami, what was the matter with you?
Nothing was wrong. I simply had to fulfill a promise made by Shiva and Shakti upon their meeting of Maharishi Bharadwaja. As when the Maharishi came to invite Goddess Shakti for his yagna, Shakti ignored him for 8 days as she was in deep dance with Lord Shiva. He sat and waited patiently for the processions to complete. Thus, once completed, Shiva promised the Maharishi that Shakti would endure the same fate when she reincarnated on earth. Prema Swarupas, I am the embodiment of Shiva and Shakti. My predecessor Shirdi was the embodiment of Shiva. Therefore, it is my duty to fulfill the promise of both aspects of me. My successor Premasai will come solely as Shakti, completing the incarnations.
So, Swami, you are both the masculine and the feminine?
You are all the combination of both. All of you have both the strength and compassion of Shakti and the willpower and mandate to root out evil, such as Shiva. As divine men and women, all my devotees carry both Shiva and Shakti within them, and you must cultivate the best traits of both. No matter if you are a mother, father, brother, sister, son, or daughter, you must cultivate a life of love and dharma. You must do what is right, and you must show love to all. That truly is what it means to be incarnate of Shiva Shakti, and what it means to live in the spirit of the divine feminine and masculine. Now come, let us go see the other devotees and boys. I am excited to see all of them, and I am sure they are waiting to see me.
That was wonderful. There was a lot of extra play practices, and we had hoped to present this a little earlier, but I'm really glad that we put in all the effort. Thanks to Pooja and Kishore again for writing the play, and to all the gurus for helping the children learn their parts, and to all the children for their work.
Sarah, I'm sorry, we just quickly wanted to say something. Maybe Pooja will start.
Sarah, everyone. Firstly, we would like to say thank you, Swami, for helping us through play, practices, the props, and acting through each and every one of us. And thank you to all the kids who participated. Your costumes were amazing.
Okay, Sarah, I just want to quickly say what inspired us. So if you go to the chapter 4 of the Dharma Vani, I'm going to read a quick quote. Right, so Swami says, people refer to various duties, rights, and obligations, but these are not the basic dharmic truth, Satya Dharma. They are only means and methods of regulating the complications of living. They are not fundamental. All these moral codes and approved behaviors are prompted by the need to cater to two types of creatures and two types of natures, vis-a-vis the masculine and feminine. They connote creation, Prakriti, and God, Paramatma, gross and subtle, inert and conscious, the all-pervading duet. All this creation came about by the interrelation of the inert and conscious, didn't it? So too, all the various morals have emerged on the account of this bifurcation. All this ramification and elaboration of Dharma is due to this, the masculine and feminine. This was actually Pooja's idea for a play. And so Pooja wanted to do a play on the divine feminine, and then we ended up adding the masculine after to counterpart it, because it's the part 2. And so obviously there were many important themes there, but I think the biggest theme is, right, the idea of dharma. What should we be doing, right? How should we be acting? What morals should we have? What values must guide us? No matter if we are male, female, whatever it is, right? How are we acting in that loving way?
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, thank you, and thank you to all the parents.
Yes, especially thank you to the parents.
Saram, thank you so much. Okay, so now we're gonna go, this is our graduation class. We're going to start with our recognition of the different classes and all the students. Why don't we start with the pre-SSE? Do we have pre-SSE kids here? Where's one? Oh, there's Dua. Come on now. Oh, let's go there. Come on. Oh, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Here, watch over the water. Yeah, why don't you come here? That's okay. That's okay. Come. Face around. There you go. It's coming. Come, honey. Yeah, straight line. Make sure you can see your mommy and daddy. There you go. Okay. There we go. Can you see them? There we go. Okay. So this is Sister Manisha, who's not going to run away. Sister, come. So as you can see, this is one of our larger classes, and we're not even planning to have a pre-SSE class this year. And it was my pleasure to sit in on at least one class, and I got to meet everyone. And it was lovely to have some people, some of you guys helped start my motorcycle one day. Did you? Yes. So it was lovely to start them, and it's only through the patience and dedication of Sister Manisha that she's able to keep all of these guys. So we look forward to many more years of seeing you guys here. Take pictures now, because they'll be used as we get older, and finally when you get to Auntie Rainu's class, and she can be teaching you Group 4. And then we can put those photos up when you graduate too. Sarah. Okay, they're my favorite class. Sorry. Sorry to everyone else. Oh, okay, maybe you guys do. Okay, can we have now Group 1? Sister Maha's class first. Can we do that first? Sister Maha and Brother Naveen's class. And hey, watch the wires. I know it's, I'll make it a little easier. Sister Maha taught this class with Brother Naveen. Where is he? He's here. He's hiding. This is a wonderful class, and I'll have Sister Maha call everyone and hand out, and I will hand out the certificates to them. You want to?
Kelly, look here.
We're gonna call the names.
Look here.
Okay.
Kelly. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Here. We'll give them all one big round at the end. Oh, this certificate's up, and then, no, here, like this. There. Wonderful. So you'll have a little bit of a report card too attached. Okay, thank you. You can sit down now.
I was just reading the report card.
Oh, you're reading your report card? Is it good? You like it? Good. All right. And then we have a second part of our Group 1 class led by Divya Jyoti. Sarah, just be careful with the wires. Thank you so much. Just make sure.
Sairam. We had the great pleasure of teaching the second half of Group 1, so grades 1 to 3. They've been a wonderful group, very chatty and expressive, and we actually have combined, we have a big group that's moving up with Sister Maha's class, a big group that's moving up to Group 2. So we will start with Anaya. Anaya, there you go. Annika. There you go. Gagana. Sorry. Veda. Here you go. Vihan. And Viraj, who I'm sure is somewhere here, but this one is for him.
Okay, that's lovely. You can see how many students we're going to continue to have through the next few years. We have so many pre-SSE Group 1s. And now, they have this to look forward to, our Group 2 gurus and class. Thank you. We do have a number of, yes, thank you. A number of students moving up as well into Group 3 from this class. Excellent. I really enjoyed a lot of the kids in this class. As you can see, were in the play. Basically everyone. It was lovely. It was really nice. Okay, please. So we have 3 gurus. Shashank, almost forgot to come.
Salam everyone. This is our Group 2 class. We are missing Preston and Arya as well. Both of them are away today. Both of them are actually graduating and moving on to Group 3 next year too. But let me announce our students that are here currently. First up, we have Adi. Adi is energetic, he's very dedicated to buttons, and he loves our group activities, particularly our cahoots. So I'm looking forward to having him once again next year in our class. Next up, we have Shri. Shri is our one of our newest additions to our class. He's bound full of energy. So much energy in this class. He brings so much fun and energy to this class. We love it so much. Thank you, Shri. So we'll see you again next year in our class with just as much energy, if not more. Next, we have Kailash. Kailash is a little bit quiet at times, but he gets his work done very well. Kailash. your report card. And I'm looking forward once again to seeing him next year in our class. Next we have Sujana. Sujana is once again a new recruit to our Group 2 class. She brings a smile and lots of jokes and lots of stories to our class, every class, and I'm always looking forward to hearing from her stories, and I will be hearing them once again next year as she joins Group 2 and continues her journey. Next we have Arushi. Arushi is quiet, dedicated, strong, and she also is extremely well organized. She's one of our few Group 2 students with a full binder all the way from Group 1. And I heard her, I was listening to her, and I was really happy to see everything there. So well done, Arushi. Sanaya. Sanaya, also a little bit quiet from time to time, but every now and then she pops a few jokes, pops a few stories as well. She's an incredible artist. She shows us her artwork whenever we have time in our Group 2 class, and she doodles in her notebook and makes some artwork. It's beautiful to see, and she brings a lovely smile every class, and I'm looking forward to seeing that once again next year. And now for our graduates, we have a total of five graduating students this year, all of them moving on to Group 3. So first up, we have Alicia. Alicia, unfortunately, we only had for just 1 year, so I didn't get a big chance to know her, but it's been an absolute pleasure to know you. Alicia is a little quiet from time to time, but knows everything that was going on in our class and has good knowledge.
She's a great artist too.
And a wonderful artist. So I'm looking forward to continuing the journey in Group 3 with our full support. Kavya is next. Kavya. This is also Kavya's first and last year in Group 2. She has been wonderful in our class, quickly adjusted to all the different prayers and all the format that we had in Group 2, and I know that she'll do excellently in Group 3. So. And Shivalika has been with us in Group 2 for all 3 of her years. She has been and still remains a strong leader within Group 2, and I know that she will carry that on in Group 3. Very strong presence, amazing at buttons, everything, and I'm sure she'll carry that on in Group 3, and I'm looking forward to see how she proceeds with her spirituality. And then we have Arya and Preston, who are both away and are also graduates, and we're looking forward to seeing them also progress through Group 3. Yeah, but that's it.
I really need you to squish it.
Just go.
Group 3, let's go, come. Group 3. We're gonna, and just before I forget, at the end of Group 4, we're going to do a big picture with all the students, okay? Maybe we can even put them on the stage, would that be best? Yes, maybe, yeah, okay. So we'll get one for everyone, so we'll get a nice group shot too. And here's Brother Kishore.
All right, time everybody, Sister Grace is right there. Okay, this is Group 3. Who wants to hear me talk? Nobody, right? Yeah. Let's let them talk. They've all prepared a 1 to 2 minute speech, so they're gonna do that quickly. You ready?
I am busy. Like any other student here, whether I'm going to my extracurricular classes, doing my assignments, or studying for yet another math test, I am constantly flooded with work. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand education is important, but so is my spirituality. As I often found my faith and my studies clash together, leaving me to value some things over others. This year in SSSE, I learned about sadhana and how it is a connection to God. It could be through seva, bhajan singing, or even meditation. As I learned about this, I realized how integral sadhana is to a Sai devotee. So now I was stuck. How was I supposed to make time for sadhana too in my already full schedule? But one day, as I was in class, I thought to myself, what makes sadhana sadhana? Sure, we have seva, bhajan singing, silent meditation, and namasmarana, but what makes sadhana truly sadhana? Well, it is the connection to God as we do it. For example, when we sing bhajans, our mind is on the beautiful glory of our Lord, connecting us to Him as we sing. So anything can become sadhana as long as we connect to God through it. So why not education? You could listen to bhajans as you study, or offer your learning to the lotus feet of Swami. See, it is not sadhana or education, but sadhana into education.
Have you ever thought what truly keeps us connected to God? A relationship with God is not only built through belief, but through the actions we practice every day. Sadhanas help us sustain and develop a connection and bring us closer to the divine. There are many types of sadhanas that can be practiced, such as prayer, meditation, chanting God's name, namasmarana, selfless service, seva, reading spiritual teachings, Sai literature, and bhajan singing devotional songs. Each sadhana helps us become closer to God by teaching us patience, discipline, compassion, and gratitude. Also quieting the ego and reshaping our minds. It focuses on our awareness, allowing us to experience, receive, and strengthen that divine connection. Sadhanas also influence our daily lifestyle. They teach us to put God's values into actions by showing kindness and selflessness. Satya Sai Baba's famous teachings, help ever, hurt never, and love all, serve all, remind us that our connection with God is reflected and shown through our actions towards everyone. Developing love for God also helps us spread love to others, removing negative qualities and brings more goodness into our thoughts and actions. Sadhanas are important because they create and sustain our connection with God, nourish our character, and help us live with the 3 P's of spiritual life: purity, patience, and perseverance. A relationship with God is not made in one day, but it grows through constant practice, faith, and devotion.
My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Sri Satya Sai Baba. Sairam. It was the final morning at the Sai Western Canada retreat, and I was taking the morning trail. A few minutes into the walk, I saw what I thought to be a robin carrying something. I looked closer, then I saw it was carrying some twigs. I followed the bird and saw a nest. Luckily, I had binoculars to see what was going on inside the nest, and I found an older, larger-looking bird sitting, and the younger bird was feeding it. So my monkey mind started, oh, maybe it was just doing an act of seva. At first, I thought it as a joke, and I let the thought pass. On the 2-hour drive home, that same thought passed through my head once more. And I thought, what if a bird, out of good conscience, was helping an elderly bird, which is also an act of seva? Although it seems different, animals doing daily tasks are a form of seva, which is sadhana. My second example of animals doing sadhana follows up with a spider, calmly weaving its webs in hopes of building a home and food source. Now don't go thinking, but this is about sadhana. Oh, sorry. Now normally, but this is violence and an animal killing another animal. Now normally you'd be correct, but I'm talking about sadhana, so stay with me. So when you go back and think, spiders prevent flies, mosquitoes, and other harmful insects from biting you and infecting your food. So whenever you see a spider, the one thing you can do is not destroy their webs and maybe show some appreciation. If you want to take this even further, you can try to be like a spider and help those not for yourself, but for the good of others. In contrast to both these characters, animals are examples of what you can do to make a difference, rather than just sitting around watching television all day. So in conclusion, we should be the bird and the spider and help those naturally for the good of it. Thank you, Jai Sai Ram.
Meditation. Why is it an important form of sadhana? Well, for starters, Everyone knows people today spend a lot of their time using devices that drastically drain their attention span. That's why we need meditation. Studies show that meditation significantly increases people's attention span. And not just that, it lowers stress levels, improves memory, helps with sleep, reduces pain, and lowers your blood pressure. But it also helps your mind by reducing anxiety and depression, and just keeps you happy. Meditation is also very easy to practice because Sai Baba once quoted, "Whenever and wherever you put yourself in touch with God, that is a state of meditation." So that means all you have to do to meditate is to think of God and focus. So in conclusion, I think you should try to at least think of God and focus for 5 to 10 minutes daily because it will benefit you a lot.
Saram everyone. Today I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Swami. Swami often compared spiritual practice to a radio receiver. He reminded us that the divine signal is always broadcasting. We just need to tune our internal receiver to the right frequency. Today, technology has become the ultimate tuning dial. It has transformed the 5 types of sadhana from local, physical disciplines into a globally connected spiritual experience. First, consider seva, or selfless service. In the past, seva was limited by our immediate surroundings. Today, technology expands our hands to reach across oceans. For example, during global crises or natural disasters, the Sri Satya Sai International Organization, or SSIO, uses digital platforms to instantly map out affected zones, crowdsource relief supplies, and coordinate volunteer medical teams from 20 different countries simultaneously. Second, look at bhajans. We no longer sing only in our local center. During the global Akhan bhajans, video streaming allows a family in Vancouver to harmonize live with singers in Prashanti Nilayam. YouTube channels and cloud audio apps understand complex new melodies at the touch of a button, keeping the divine vibrations alive in our homes 24 hours a day. Third, Sai literature has been liberated from the bookshelf. Decades of Swami's wisdom, thousands of pages of Satya Sai Speaks, and the Vahinis are now fully digitized and searchable. If a devotee is struggling with a life crisis, they don't have to search through dozens of physical books. They can simply type a keyword into an online archive and instantly find Swami's exact words on peace, detachment, or faith to guide them. Fourth, technology aids our daily meditation. In a noisy, hyper-connected world, our phones can actually help us unplug. Devotees can now use specialized meditation apps, noise-canceling headphones, and ambient videos of a glowing candle or Swami's form. This helps create a digital cocoon, blocking out the external chaos so we can focus on the inner light. Finally, there's Namasmaranam, the constant remembrance of God's name. Our smartphones, which often distract us, can instead become spiritual reminders. By utilizing continuous audio loops on the Sai Media app or digital Japan counters, devotees can keep the chant of Om Sai Ram playing softly in their earbuds during a busy train commute or a stressful workday. Technology itself is completely neutral. It can be a source of endless distraction or a tool for profound liberation. When we use these tools with pure intent, we transform our glowing screens into sacred altars. We realize that through technology, Swami has turned the entire world into one global Sai Center. Jai Saram.
Sairam, everyone. We have all heard the quote, "Cleanliness is godliness." But what does it really mean, and how does it relate to the sadhanas? I will be answering just that. To put it simply, it means to keep ourselves clean mentally and physically. You may be wondering, clean mentally? What is that supposed to mean? It means to be clean with our words, thoughts, and actions. I hope we are all clean physically. To be clean physically means to eat healthy, stay clean, and be fit. But now, how do the sadhanas relate? Well, Sai literature fills our minds with positive teachings. Bhajans purifies our speech. Seva reduces selfishness. But meditation calms the mind. And Namasmaranam the constant remembrance of God's name. Together, these 5 sadhanas help us stay clean on the inside, while good health and hygiene help us stay clean outside. This is why the quote, "Cleanliness is godliness," is so meaningful. By caring for our bodies and purifying our minds, we move closer to God and become better human beings. Sairam.
All right, thank you all for listening. Maybe, Auntie, if you can just give them the certificates and the notebook and the candle. Okay, we've put together a little package for them. They're right behind me here. So our first is Srinidhi. Srinidhi will be back with us next year. So thank you, Srinidhi. And we have Sahaya. Sahaya is very lucky because not everybody has to see Kishrana. Most people see once a week. Sahaya gets to see 6 days a week because she's at first rates as well. So lots of fun. Next up is Nikhil. Okay, and then we have Mehul too. Thank you, Mehul. They are grade 7, so they are still with us for 2 more years. And then we have Sai. And finally, we only have 1 student moving on to group 4. Okay, so group 4 is not getting too many people from us this year. Group 3 is definitely growing. But Aburvan has been with us for 3 years. Okay, he's been a very, very hard, determined, working person. If you ask him to do something, he'll always do it. He's very, very strong in that way. He is passionate about basketball. Okay, that's been a constant throughout the time I've known him. His basketball's been big focus, but also, right, like he said in his speech, that mental cleanliness, that all-roundedness is something that I think he values and I think will serve him very, very well as he moves on to grade 10, 11, 12, and group 4. So, congratulations. Good. Okay, Sairam.
Okay, if we can get all the group 4 students up here. Okay, Sairam everyone. Myself and Auntie Pooja had the honor of teaching group 4 this year. As you can see, we have a really big group. We actually had 14 students this year. However, I think there was only one day when all of them were in class. Just letting you know. Okay, so let's get on to the positive part of today. Grade 10s, we have Aryan. So Aryan is staying with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Aryan and Dylan are in grade 11, and they are going to be joining us for another year. Shri, Kanisha, and Carissa are in grade 10, and they're moving up to grade 11 and will be with us next year as well. I do want to mention one thing though. I just complained about them all not being there. Shri and Kanisha have had perfect attendance. Haven't missed a single day. So, huge reward for us being there, and also the parents have a big part of this. Okay, you guys can sit down. Grade 11, can please go sit down. Thank you very much. Okay, here are our grads. These guys have been with us. Yes. Round of applause here. We have Shakti and everybody else here. So, they have been with us for a long while. We'd like to say a few things about, let's start with Sai. Sai is going to Waterloo in September. So we have your certificate, your report card, and we have 3 books there, okay? First one is a journal that you're going to keep while you're in Waterloo, okay? To keep in touch with Swami. We gave you a pen too, so make sure you take the pen and the journal, okay? Communicate with Sai. Vivan is also going to Waterloo. They're both going to Ontario. So Vivan joined us in grade 10. Yeah, so he's also been with us for 3 years. And Vivan is going to go to Waterloo and study megatronics? Engineering. Okay, let's do the other Ontario going student. We have Prema. Prema is also going to be going. McGill to study sciences. So Prema's also been with us forever, 12 years, since kindergarten, and as a coordinator's daughter, has done a lot this year. I know soccer was also she was very busy with soccer as well, but whenever she was not doing soccer, she was here. Okay, Preetika. Preetika is going to UBC to do computer science. Yeah, very ambitious group, this group, I must say. So Preetika also has been with us for the past 12 years. We saw some cute photos that Kirtika posted on our Instagram post of her when she, her and you, right? Both of you? Ashi was at Ashi, okay. So that's really cute that they've been with us. And we wish you well, UBC, and we have Srividya, who's going to SFU to study sciences. So, and we wish you the best as well. So it's a very strong class. Now, Pooja Didi has some questions for you, just before we let you say that you graduated from SSE, okay? So a couple of questions. Question number 1.
All right. I know I said I won't let you choose, but I'm going to read the question and you can put your hand up if you want to answer it. All right. So, Swami says, end of education is character, and though education is lifelong, as we come to the end of your education in SSE, in this SSE program, we have a question for each of you. So you do have to answer one question. You don't have a choice there. All right, question number 1. How has learning about sealing on desires, which constitute not wasting money, time, food, energy, nature, changed your relationship with material things, your environment, social media, consumerism, Mother Earth in your daily life? And how do you see it? How do you see it shaping your life going forward?
Any takers? Who would like to? She just said you have to answer one of these questions. So someone
I will pick.
If you don't put your hand up, she'll pick. Sealing on desires. We just did this unit. So well. Okay, Prema.
Okay. I think sealing on desires is one of the biggest topics that we've covered all throughout SSE, like starting in probably even group 1. And it's something that is very relatable to our everyday life, like you said. I think it's important to keep Swami in mind when you are doing things that involve worldly desires and even consuming like goods and everything. But yeah, I think it's really important that in everything we do, including eating, energy, that's like sealing on desires too, that you keep Swami in mind. And I think it's hard to do, and I think I'm still working on it, obviously we all are, but I think through SSE it's really helped me relate everything in our materialistic world back to Swami, and thinking about how am I buying this, does it get me closer to God? Obviously that thought isn't there every time, but it is getting there more and more each day, and I think I'm really grateful for that and to have that in my life.
Good answer. Thank you, Brenda. All right, so question number 2. How will you balance your worldly goals, ambitions, endeavors, such as getting a degree, job, and making money, with your spiritual outlook on life?
Okay, Sai is gonna go.
All right, salam everyone. The most important lesson that I've learned throughout my entire SSE career is to not differentiate between worldly work and spiritual work. Swami is part of our lives, and he has every right to basically interfere when we ask for him. When I feel like instead of only asking for him when we're in help or we need something from him, it's not enough. I'm kind of nervous right now.
Take a deep breath.
Okay. Going back to my point, the major lesson that I've learned is to basically include Swami in all of our works, and to offer everything to him. because it's truly because of him only. It's a long story, but it's truly because of him only that I'm on this path right now, and I'm going to Ontario. I feel like everything I do, I'll offer to Swami, and I'll constantly talk with him, and we'll go on this journey together instead of just seeing him in the center. I find Swami like my parent, and he has the most interesting ways of teaching me lessons. I look forward to continuing this journey with him.
All right, question number 3. Throughout the years of SSE, you learned many different prayers and bhajans. You went from focusing exercises, silent sitting, to Jyoti meditation. How do you plan to integrate these practices into your life under potentially stressful or high-pressure environments of college or university? And what kind of role do you believe they have played in your life so far?
I have been singing bhajans since I could speak, I will say that, and I think I started learning them before I could read. I use circles and hearts and squares. So I think bhajans and singing and praying and chanting have been part of my life since I can remember. And I think in the beginning it was more like, oh, you have to do singing, you have to sing, you have to this, you have to learn bhajans, you have to sing well, you have to sing for Swami. I never understood like what is singing for Swami, because I was like, oh, I have to sing well, I have to be in the right pitch, I have to go on the right tempo, I have to be with the tabla. If I don't do it right, like, you know, like my music teacher's gonna get mad at me. But I think as I grew up, like I actually found a spiritual connection with bhajans, and the music and the melody was very calming and soothing, and it always reminded me of Swami. And especially as I came into groups 10, like group 4, like 10, 11, 12, if things were going rough, then I remember I would open up Spotify and I would put on bhajans, or YouTube, and I would put bhajans on. It would make me feel better. And we also learned about silent sitting in group 3 and 4, and I've incorporated that a lot when I'm stressed, because it reminds me that in calmness is where you can hear Swami's voice. And when you sing, it's not what other people say that matters, it's what you think about your connection with Swami. And I think in the future, as I graduate now, I will still be here in Vancouver, so I plan on coming to the center still to sing. And I will continue to learn more, and hopefully like my connection with Swami grows more. But until then, I will continue to sing, and I will continue to chant, and we use all the prayers that we've learned so far in SSE.
Right. So question number 4. Throughout your years in SSE, what was one teaching, story, or activity that you remember that has left the biggest impact on your life and shifted your perspective and connected you to God in a profound way?
So, salam everyone. My biggest teaching that I've learned throughout SSE was karma. And the idea that everything is balanced, even though you don't realize it, that bad things happen, good things happen, but everything in the broader scheme of things is balanced. And that indirectly taught me the entire idea of balance and how I should balance my spiritual life with my materialistic life. And a quote I really liked was that you must hold Baba with one hand and you must hold the worldly, desireful life with another hand. And because this worldly life is our only medium to reach spiritual success or moksha and be one with God. So you must treat this life as a journey and a very personal one. And you must learn in it, you must grow in it, and you must always look inward. Thank you.
Alright, so our last question goes to Sri Vidya. Swami says, love all, serve all, and service to man is service to God. How do you plan to incorporate seva or selfless service into your life, and how will you remind yourself to see the latent divinity in all?
That's a good question.
I think seva for me it transcends physical and can go to mental. Like wishing well on someone is seva. Having good energy is seva. And it's so beautiful in the sense that as you help others, you help yourself. Because when you give good energy, you become the vessel of good energy and you are that good energy. And for me, I want to do physical seva as well. But when I'm not able to, I think praying for people, wishing well for them, and that's how I want to see the divinity in everyone, because at the end of the day, Swami says, fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man. And that really stuck with me because I think it would be different if I viewed everyone as siblings or viewed everyone as family rather than strangers, and that is how I want to continue.
Fantastic answers from all of our group 4 students. We wish you the best whenever you're here on holidays. Oh, you also have a Vahini book that everybody has to take with you to Ontario, the 3 of you. You can read it during your commute to UBC and SFU. So bring the book with you, highlight, make notes, okay? Because eventually you have to conduct a study circle on all of these books. Okay? Good luck, guys. Saira.
Saram, thank you so much to all the students and the gurus who spoke so highly of their students. We're going to ask the pre-SSC kids to come back up, and we're just going to hand them their certificates because they didn't get their certificates yet. Can I have our pre-SSC? Thank you. Nice work. Come on in.
Sairam, everyone. I offer my humble pranams at Swami's feet at this moment. I take immense pleasure for Swami having given me this opportunity of being the guru for pre-SSC this year. Srivali was another guru, and I'd like to give the certificates through her hand as she has done seva this year and she's come. So I'll call out the names and she will give the certificates. Skanda Dikumarti. Ritvik Kota. Yuvin Tej. Ivan Pradhan. Sahana Ramachandran. Vedash Ramandi. Varnika Chittumalli. I'll just hand over the mic to Srivali to say a few words.
Everybody hold your certificates up so we can get a photo.
Saram, I only taught pre-SSC for the first half of the year and then I was gone, but I think it was my pleasure and I enjoyed coming to class every Sunday to see all these pretty faces. So thank you all for coming. Are you going to come back next year?
Thank you so much. And we'll sit down now and you're going to sing Arti, okay? We're just going to have a few closing remarks by Brother Baresh, our new president.
Jai Sai Ram, everybody. Thank you all for coming this morning, and happy Father's Day to our beloved Baba and all fathers present here. Thank you so much. A special thank you to our SSE children for this morning's beautiful bhajans and heartfelt gratitude. To the SSE students for their informative and inspiring drama performance. Your enthusiasm, dedication, and effort truly brought this presentation to life. Congratulations to our SSC graduates. You are now officially stepping into the young adulthood. Whatever direction life may take you, we pray that Baba's guidance, love, and blessings are always with you. Before we officially declare summer has arrived, we would like to conclude our SSC school year by offering our deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported our journey throughout the year. Our sincere thanks to the Seva Wing for the lunches they lovingly provide each Sunday, as well as for their outreach service through the hot meals and sandwich Seva initiatives. Your spirit of selfless service continues to nourish both our center and the wider community. Many thanks to also the devotional wing, which consistently ensures the house is in order and creates the atmosphere that supports our spiritual activities and gatherings, and you know who I'm talking about. A special note of appreciation goes to our SSC gurus for their dedication throughout the year, and to Kishore and Pooja, who spent many hours patiently guiding, encouraging, and supporting our children in preparing this drama. Your time, care, and commitment are deeply valued and sincerely appreciated. Finally, and very importantly, our heartfelt appreciation goes to all parents every Sunday who participate in so many aspects of our activities. I know it is not always easy to work long hours during the week and still dedicate a meaningful part of your Sunday to the center. However, your commitment, presence, and support do not go unnoticed. Without your participation, it will be difficult for our Sai Center to function as a spiritual family that it is. Thank you so much. We just have one small announcement. As you're probably all aware, we have a Gayatri Yagna that will be happening on August 8th. So starting on June 25th, we will begin our journey toward the Gayatri Homa with 40 days of japa, culminating with the Homa on August 8th. Starting this Thursday from 7:30 p.m. to approximately 7:45 p.m., we will gather for 108 Gayatri Japa, followed by bhajans until 8:15 and Arti. Information has already been shared outlining the different ways in which everyone may participate. The Gayatri Yagna is simply not an outreach initiative. It is a sacred seva offered with prayers for global peace, harmony, and the well-being of all of humanity. Through our collective participation and sincere prayers, we hope to contribute positively to the world around us. If you have not registered yet, I humbly request that you consider doing so and join us in this noble offering. With Swami's grace, may this collective effort bring peace, harmony, and blessings to all. This concludes my announcements. We now move on to the final part of the program, the potluck. Please be considerate to the elderly, families with young children, and others while serving and sharing. Thank you once again. Jai Sai Ram.
All SSC on the stage for a photo?
Oh yeah.
One photo. Can all the SSC assemble on the stage? You want to go on stage? He just ran off.